Best parallel with what Greece is going through now, to some extent, is what South Korea went through during the Asian economic crisis, in terms of where you have this very explicit war with democracy. You know, because with South Korea, they were in the middle of an election, and the IMF forced all of the presidential candidates to sign that they would support the IMF agreement. So they nullified the elections, essentially. It's like, you can vote, but it's not going to matter. You're going to have the same deal, right? Because they were worried that the person they were negotiating with didn't have enough political power to enforce the deal, and that he was going to lose the election. Yeah, this has been one of those moments when really the mask completely comes off, and the fact that this market system is at war with democracy, and that the whole neoliberal project has been about hollowing out democracy. The project has been about saying to people, you know, you can vote, but it's going to be a popularity contest. What the market wants is security. Security in knowing that elections will essentially be meaningless to the business status quo. And there are many, many mechanisms for locking that in. You know, the so-called the independent central bank is a mechanism for saying, you know, politicians can't touch our toys. And you know, in the shock doctrine, I write about this really coming out of Chile and the negotiated transition to democracy. When the Pinochet dictatorship ended, it ended in the way the Pinochet dictatorship wanted it to end. It was managed transition to democracy. And what the Chicago Boys talked about openly in this period was that they were trying to reinvent what democracy meant, and they referred to it as a technified democracy. And really what it was about was a democracy where the economy was out of reach of the politicians. And they used all kinds of constitutional mechanisms, in their case, to essentially make it impossible, either impossible or illegal, to change the rules, the economic rules of the game. And you know, structural adjustment programs are one way of doing that, but free trade agreements are another way of doing that. I mean, in so many ways, we can tell the story of neoliberalism as a story of how to tie the hands of democracy, to tie it down so that it cannot exert the power to actually transform the economy. Greece is portrayed as sort of a nation of children that needs to, you know, have all of the keys to the car taken away.